I want to be happy. That was a personal goal I set for myself 4 years ago. And I must admit, it didn't really happen until 2 years ago when I started going live on TikTok with a big, burly country woman from Bonton, Louisiana.
Then what are you dealing with?
Uh,
Eugenia?
All of a sudden, the mindless scrolling became something more, and going live and interacting with people from different walks of life saved mine. Unfortunately, the happiness didn't really last, and now I'm trying to find it again. So, why not film it? During the summer of 2023, I bought myself a camera because I thought my social media was popping off. In reality, I was not really known for anything besides a couple of silly live streams, but I managed to form a small community of people who were interested in my life and wanted to see more of it. Unfortunately, there wasn't much to see. Besides a couple of cool shots, there was nothing entertaining to film at that time. When I wasn't working at my full-time job, I was volunteering as an office coordinator for an internship at my old university. I thought if I did some free work and impressed the people in power, I would have a fair shot at getting accepted into the master's program. Clearly, that didn't happen if I'm making YouTube videos. I also thought I would have been living somewhere else that wasn't Victorville, California. No offense to anybody that likes living here. I mean, besides a small arcade park and the super Target across the street, there really isn't anything to do here, no chance for growth, and that's something that I really wanted in my life and really needed. But because none of that was actually coming to fruition, the only thing that was really working for me was TikTok Live.
do you know what I'm trying to talk to you about?
I'm giving you the floor. Talk, you idiot. Go.
So you like it when it's wet?
I do.
And what do you do what do you do when it's wet?
I start moaning.
Oh, like hell.
Going live did wonders for me. I had the opportunity to meet so many other content creators who matched my chaotic energy. There was never really a dull moment. It almost felt like a scripted series, even though it was all spontaneous.
Somebody in the comments said he likes women. And I didn't.
Even now, I'm very proud of how intricate and personal it felt, not only to my followers, but to me too.
Whales.
What the fuck did you just call me?
I realized that this is something I actually really enjoy doing, and if I wasn't going anywhere for school and if I wasn't moving out, then I should at least make the effort to do something a little more with this now that I have the platform. I think I lost a key part of what made me enjoy social media. I'm not gonna lie, I was very optimistic about 2024. I mean, leading up to it, I was still growing and following, and I had some really cool collaborations coming up during the early months. But then, the new year came, and I wasn't doing so well. Unfortunately, I encountered somebody that negatively changed my life. I felt very lonely, and my trust in people drastically changed. It was the first time I realized how vile human beings can be. And it's something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life, and it's also something I don't want to get into just yet. But, just so you have an idea, this led me to seek therapy. I was last seen by a therapist when I was 9 years old, and to go back meant that I was in dire need of some help. That opened up a plethora of things I needed to overcome and tackle head on. My therapist thought it would be a good idea for me to go see a psychiatrist. And my psychiatrist confirmed that, once again, I have anxiety, depression, OCD, and Tourette's syndrome. Life wasn't really the best, and having to deal with these diagnoses really just screwed everything up. But to wrap things up in a nice little bow, I had to do a lot of reflecting, which made me direct my focus away from social media and focus more on my personal life. I mean, there were days when I would be crying before live and I had to pretend that nothing was happening behind the scenes. It was rough, having to actually tackle my own emotions and really dig into the problem and see what I can do to overcome it. But if I learned anything during that time, it's that I really could have been a Nickelodeon child actor. If I really wanted to, I think I could have. My mind was constantly clouded and I couldn't really focus on the things that I wanted to do. Not that they were going to work out anyway. I mean, at that time, I tried modeling and I even flew to New York for a photo shoot. Can you believe that? That I went to the airport, flew to New York, and then went to, you know what, I'm not going to get into it because it did not even end up happening and I'm getting sidetracked. That's a story for a different time. Anyways, 2024, you sucked balls and gave me some of my lowest of lows, and because of you, I lost friends, I spiraled into dissociative episodes, and I had to deal with weirdos who wanted parts of my body. Not to mention that you kind of made me feel hopeless about my future, both financially and emotionally. So yeah, you can rot. But even though it was dog shit, I made it a goal to tell my stories through a creative outlet like this one. My goal is not to be a stranger on the internet, but someone you can actually get to know on a more personal level. Now, how am I going to do that, you may ask? Well, I want to show my life and talk about things that are very important to me. I want to show the things that make me happy and show the things that make me sad. I want to record the moments when I just look at something and remind myself of how beautiful the world can be. I want to laugh and share my deepest thoughts with you. I want to learn more about myself and show that it's not necessarily a perfect journey to discovering who you are. I want to travel to places that I've never been before, places that I wouldn't have dreamt of going before. And I want to meet new people and get to know more of their stories. I basically want to show my life through my lens. And I hope that you stick with me because I'm really excited to show you. I'll see you in the next episode.